remember waking up and going to eat this really unhealthy, dirty breakfast, and then I would come sit down on my desk to start studying for the day. But you see, I was always in this negative state. I was always stressed out. I was always anxious. And I could also not be as productive. I could not be as disciplined as I wanted to be. And it was because I had no connection to Allah. I had no aspect of my deen in my life. And I wasn't praying. I wasn't reading the Quran. I was doing nothing. And because of that, internally, I was always in this negative state, which really impacted my output. I could never do the work I wanted to do. And I would go look on YouTube, right? Try to learn the productivity tips, try to learn all these things, but none of them ever worked. No matter how hard I tried. I even remember I would continuously wake up at 5 in the morning, right? I would wake up at 5, it's time to pray Fajr, but I would purposefully not pray Fajr and go straight to my work so I could be more productive, so I could save as much time as possible and try to get things done. But guess what? None of that ever worked. I was always anxious again. I was always stressed out, but I was not even remotely productive. It's because I lacked this Islamic routine in my life. I lacked the discipline that comes from living on your deen, of continuously praying and all of that stuff, right? And that had a huge negative impact on my life. But as I went through life, as I went through the trials and tribulations, as I went through the tests of Allah, I started to become a better Muslim. I started to get more on deen. I started to pray more, read more Quran. I even went to Umrah. All of that allowed me to develop this Islamic routine where I was continuously on deen, where I was continuously striving to please Allah. And this also allowed me to be productive because now my internal state had changed. I was a complete soul, I was a complete man, and that allowed me to attack my work, that allowed me to attack my goals from this more positive energy where I was already content, but I also had faith in Allah. I had the tawakkul that Allah would take care of me as long as I work hard, as long as I put the actions and I trust in my Creator's plan. So with this energy, with this type of mindset, which was so different to my toxic kuffar type of mindset I had before, now it was so much easier for me to be productive. Now it was so much easier for me to be disciplined and sit down and go through my day and just complete my tasks. And that's one of the biggest benefits I felt from being on this Islamic based routine. Really quickly, I want to tell you about my free community where you get access to free courses and all of that stuff. You get access to the Brotherhood and you get closer access to me. It's the first link in the description. Go join right now. And one thing that makes it really easy and simple to live out this Islam based routine, this deen based routine consistently, day in and day out, is understanding that everything you want, everything I want, it all comes from Allah. It all comes from our Creator who's created us, but He's also created everything else, everything we want. So if you can develop a routine, if you can dedicate every single day of your life to pleasing Allah, to spending time for the sake of Allah, you will obviously get the rewards of it, not only in the akhirah, but maybe in this life as well. Just because of the time you have spent for Allah, you will get these added blessings. You'll get barakah being added to your day, where it becomes easier for you to do the right things for your goals in this life, where it gets easier for you to make money in your business, get higher grades, whatever it is, right? All of that becomes easier because you have developed this connection with Allah and you are dedicating yourself to pleasing Him every single day. Now, one of the best things to not only stick to an Islam-based routine, but also developing it in the first place, is prioritizing your salah. Think about how our prayers are structured, right? We have 5 in a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the night, and then 3 throughout the day. Think about that. The way they are structured, they're almost this hook to keep you on the right path. That the first thing in the morning, you're turning to Allah, you're putting your head down for the sake of Allah. And same at night, that the last thing you are doing is that you are praying to Allah. But those 3 prayers in the middle of the day can be such a good way to boost your productivity, to keep you on the straight path, to internally keep you fulfilled and remind you of this mindset that everything is Allah's plan and you just need to do the actions, you just need to please Allah. And this is why prioritizing your salah is so important, because it keeps you on the right path, it keeps Allah pleased, but it also allows you to just keep yourself in check throughout the day, every single day. And another great thing you can do, another habit you can build, is not only just praying Fajr, but actually staying up after Fajr and then going to work, then going to do this work task. Because in that time of the day is actually a blessed time of the day, because the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, made dua for the believer who stays up after Fajr and does his work. And if you can do that, you will see the barakah, you will feel yourself be so much more productive, you'll feel yourself be so much more disciplined, not only in that time period, but that transitions to the rest of your day. If you can win the morning, you can win the day. And the best way to win the morning is to pray Fajr and do the hardest task of the day, do the biggest, most challenging task of the day, and you will be surprised at how easy it is to conquer the rest of your day. Another thing that has really allowed me to stick to this routine is actually sleep. The better you sleep, the healthier you will be, and that actually has a big impact on your discipline. When your sleep is in check, when you're going to sleep at a certain time, when you're waking up at a certain time, and you're sleeping 8 hours or more, whatever, right? You're sleeping the right amount for your body. Not only do you feel healthy, not only do you feel good, but you also have a higher level of discipline throughout the day. And this is what I want to give you. I want to tell you to prioritize your sleep. Try going to bed on the same time and waking up at the same time. And this will really allow you to be continuously productive, to continuously live out this Islamic based routine where you're continuously and constantly pleasing Allah. And it's pretty simple to do. Just pick a time for you to go to bed and throw your phone away. You can even set a night alarm. So an alarm goes off on your phone, and that's when you know that you have to go to sleep. So set that type of alarm, go to bed at the same time, throw your phone away and just go to sleep. Even if you're not sleepy, read some Quran, read something that calms you down, that gets you in that sleeping mode. And then set an alarm for Fajr time. Wake up for Fajr, pray Fajr, get to work. Building out a routine like this, where you're going to sleep at a certain time, where you're waking up at a certain time, and throughout the day you're being disciplined and you're being productive because you've had good sleep, you've had a good morning, and now you just have to prioritize your salah, do your other work tasks, and before you know it, you're back in bed and you've had a good, productive day. I want to thank you for your time. I hope this was valuable for you. Go watch the video on your screen. Thank you. Bye.